like leader, become a leader. What you see is what you get. And I can't breathe. Woo! Okay. My name is Rebecca Stammer. I'm the crazy person that just had on the red nose. With me tonight, I have Ricardo Weatherly and Dale Thompson. I said that right? And they are both leaders with Club Shop Rewards, as well as fantastic leaders in the marketing world. So you're in for a real treat tonight. Now, what was the red nose all about? Actually, that really was being a leader. Earlier this week, I happened to come across people collecting for charity it was Red Nose Days for underprivileged children. So I took the opportunity to donate because anything with children is really close to my heart. So leaders have that great luxury of being able to contribute to whatever they would like. Okay, so you like that, huh? Okay, so let's get on with it. First things first, if you're here and you want to leave a comment, we'd love to have you leave a comment, you Q&A. We'll get back to you as quickly as we can, but please say hello. We like to know that people are out there, so definitely please say hello. You can leave your comment for anyone on the panel, whether it be Dale or Ricardo. They'd be more than happy to answer your questions. Okay, getting started. Act like a leader, become a leader. I have, 35 plus years in the customer service industry, of which I've spent the last 25 years teaching the customer service. One of the first things that I'm going to tell you is the way you appear to people is what vision they have of you. So, of course, yes, I get up every morning and I dress up and I do all this and that. And I feel good. I like to dress up and I feel good when I dress up. So, therefore, when you feel good, you act good. You make better decisions. And everything just kind of falls in place. Now, it's a little bit harder to do online, and that's the whole point of working from home, is to not have to dress up. But there's no reason you still can't put on a nice clean shirt, a red nose, or comb your hair, things like that. It's also about presentation. How do you present yourself to your team? Do you present yourself to your team like somebody that cares? Somebody that has their interest at heart, not just yours? That's a huge subject there. People, if you want them to follow you, then you have to treat them that they are the important person. Got something to say, Ricardo? Go ahead.
Rebecca, you're exactly right. You are exactly right. If you treat people like you care, they know you care. They will follow you because you're a person that's showing interest in them. So being a leader is being responsible for your team, making sure they're on the right track, making sure they have everything they need, sharing your knowledge of Club Shop Rewards or whatever business you in with them. Whatever made you successful in Club Shop Rewards, you should be sharing it with your team members and your other partners and your affiliates and your shoppers and everything. That's what I think.
I think it's wonderful. Dale, you have anything to chime in here?
No, I try to live by kind of a saying when I think about leadership, is that people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. And so part of becoming a leader for me has always been trying to provide as much value as I possibly can to my team, no matter whether, and not just to my team, but to the internet in general, because it's going back to the whole thing with attraction marketing. You know, the best way to attract people to you is to give until it hurts, and the more value you give, the more people you're going to attract to you. So I've always tried to live by that motto. You know, they don't really care how much you know till they can actually see how much you care about them.
Thank you, Dad. That's a great saying, and I have heard you say that before. And it's definitely something to live by, especially on the internet. Maybe not always the easiest thing to do, but with every new step that you take, um, you're finding more and more ways to communicate. If most of you out there are probably like I was when I first started out, the only thing I really knew was email, and even at that, I wasn't very good. Now, email is a great way to communicate, and you can express an awful lot with email. Um, because you don't have to always talk about business. You can just find out how they're doing, or what it is they want to learn, or is there something you can do to help. Don't have to always talk about yourself or the particular business that you are trying to get them to become a part of. But then, of course, you got to get beyond that. Personal communication is opening up doors for everyone that works online. Of course, it started with Facebook. Facebook's been around for years and years, and probably before that, I would have to say MySpace. Although I have an account, I couldn't even tell you what it was anymore. But Facebook, that opens up doors to not just your friends and your family, but people pay attention to what you're doing. And as long as you remain sincere, yes, as long as you remain sincere in what you're presenting and honest, they will start to follow you. Then you can go into things like Google Plus. You can go into Skype. I'm huge for Skype. Why? I like Skype because I can screen share. It's the easiest format for me to screen share. You cannot screen share in Facebook. Trust me. You can attempt it. It does not work very well because your little area to work in is so small. When you're trying to work with people from all over the world like we do here at Club Shop, Skype is just the perfect tool because it will translate for you, giving us the opportunity to talk to you. You'll see it in your language, and when you respond, we'll see it in our language. That tool by itself, for a free tool, is priceless. Absolutely priceless. And then, of course, there are these Hangouts and making videos, which I'm getting a little more confident with every day. Dale's an expert at it. And so is Ricardo. I've seen Ricardo's videos. So, but I'm learning, I'm getting there. The biggest thing that you will find with me, no matter whether it's a Hangout or whether it's a video, it will always come from the heart. That, to me, is one of the keys to communicating the way I care about my team, my prospects. Don't even have to join me. If you are a prospect, I will give you the same attention. And yes, in the hopes that one day you will follow. But whether you do or whether you don't, that's your choice. I've done my part. I've done what I needed to do to make you feel welcome into my circle. Any comments, guys?
Yes, I do. Like I mentioned last Wednesday, you've decided to become a business owner. The difference between affiliate marketing and network marketing: an affiliate marketer has all the creative materials supplied for them. They have the affiliate website, they have all the creatives that the vendor has created for them. When you become a network marketer, you are an online business owner, and you're the boss. this is your business. So you're the leader, you're the CEO of your business, and you have to recruit partners and affiliate members to work for your business or on your team. So as you forward and become more comfortable in your business, you can share that knowledge with your team, and you can also, some of your team members may have more knowledge than you, and it's a team effort. It's give and take. You don't know it all, I don't know it all. Somebody may know a lot more than you. You have to be willing to listen. Like every person on my team, you can ask any of them from day one. I work with you from start to finish until you tell me you understand what I'm talking about. I want you to know what I'm talking about. If you're not understanding what I'm saying, well, tell me and I try to rephrase it to where you understand what I'm saying. That makes it easy. That's all becoming a leader and acting like a leader. And that's all I have right now, Rebecca.
Okay, thanks, Ricardo. Dale?
No, it's a great point that Ricardo makes about sharing with your team and providing them the knowledge to be able to take back to their team, and share. And the other thing, I think the other big thing that I think a leader has to do is recognize the capability of his team members, because you can't run a business by yourself. It's just physically impossible. And until you get to the point where you can maybe outsource some of it, what I think people should really focus on is being able to recognize people that are willing to come up and step up and take on a leadership role of their own that you can delegate certain things to. Like, for example, this hangout, these types of things, to be able to, so that you're not consistently always doing the hangouts, because not everybody relates to everybody. And what I may say to my team, someone else may come on and say the exact same thing but a different way, and all of a sudden it hits home with people. And that's the whole purpose of being a leader, is to create duplication in your team and set the example. And then the other thing that, and then I'll shut up, is to hold people accountable. If they tell you they're going to do something and they don't do it, you need to call them on the carpet about it. And you need to, tell them, look, you committed to me, you made a commitment, this is what you were going to do, and you didn't do it. Same as if you say something, always, 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 and I'll say that again, always follow through on what you tell people. Because if not, you just destroyed your credibility, unless you have a darn good reason for not doing what it is said you were gonna do. People are not gonna follow what you say. They're gonna follow what you do. And I'll just share a quick story with you, and then I'll shut up, I promise. But we have a leader in my organization that was telling everybody to do what they call the Facebook hustle, which is basically to communicate with people on Facebook, chat with them, create relationships, pull out pain points, and present a solution. Which, as network marketers, that's basically what we do in our workspace, is we find people's pains and we provide solutions. And we do that by creating relationships, showing them how much we care. Then they'll want to know what we know. So, that's what I wanted to share where that's concerned, is always follow through on what you promise. And oh, back to the story. I'm sorry. So he wanted them to chat, and well, for the first week, nobody did anything. And then Mike was like, well, let me see. Maybe it's because I'm not doing it. They're not doing it. So all of a sudden, he decided the next week he was going to do the exact same thing. And lo and behold, all of a sudden, people started getting leads right and left off of Facebook because they saw him doing it. So therefore, they started doing it. So it's not what I say. It's not do what I say. It's do what I do. You don't expect your team to do anything you don't do. And that's so key. And I think a lot of leaders miss the boat on that by telling people what to do instead of leading by example. So I just wanted to share that with you guys and with anybody who's might be watching the replay or on now. There you go.
All right, thank you, Dale. Thank you very much. Yeah, that kind of reminds me of my job as well. I preach that to all of my employees, actually. There isn't anything at that hotel that I would ask any person to do that I wouldn't do myself. Now, when it comes to some of the maintenance, I will honestly tell you, the maintenance men have taken the hammers away from me and asked me to please return to my office. They don't want my help. I don't know why. But what can I say? Oh, well. Okay, there's another aspect of acting like a leader to become a leader, and that is, what about the member or potential member that doesn't do anything at all? But let's concentrate more on members. You're working really hard with this team, no matter what business it is, but our business, all three of us here, is Club Shop. And that member is letting you do all the work. You're doing the follow-ups. They're just not doing anything. And so you decide that you're going to want to kind of force that issue. So how do you force that issue? Well, quite honestly, you can't really force the issue, but you can create an appeal for them to want to do their part. And how do you do that? You do that by teaching. You work with them side by side. You can do their follow-ups for them, but you do it side by side. Okay, here, let's copy and paste this. You can copy and paste an email. I know you can do this. And praise. You have to praise when they do it. Right now, with my Club Shop team, I produce a newsletter every Sunday, and I praise actions for the members on my team. This one, oh yes, finally somebody broke out and started doing their welcome emails. And this one has come up with an absolute great marketing strategy, got lots of new members in. So they're only doing whatever little thing they can do, but it doesn't matter. They're producing. If you have a partner there are some people who are just totally afraid to come out of their shell. They are terrified of being seen, so they don't want to communicate. Even though I can assure them on Skype, you can do that without actually seeing each other. I can even talk to you on Skype, and you can hide. And that makes it a beautiful thing. It's a great teaching tool. So that is the important thing, is you have to teach, and you have to break it down. That's what a leader can do. A very good leader is able to break down every single thing that a person needs to do for success and teach it. Not just say, this is what you do. Not just throw a web page at them or a book at them and say, read this and now you'll know what to do. That isn't what it's all about. You have to take the time to teach. And once you do that, then you're going to start gaining some respect. And as you gain respect, you gain the followers. And before long, your team starts to grow. And then you produce new leaders. So this isn't about just becoming a leader. This is about producing new leaders. And once you start producing new leaders, then you know you have finally reached leadership. Ricardo?
That is exactly right. Speaking about follow-ups, I was talking with Scott about it. I was saying that I can't run people's business for them, and he showed me that I really can. And you may not like doing your partner's follow-ups because they're not doing anything, but someone has to do it. This is your business. You're the CEO, so you have to do it. You just have to bite the bullet and do the follow-ups. Um, and once your partner sees that you're doing them, they may start doing them. Like Rebecca was saying, everybody is not bold. Some people are shy about doing things, about stepping up. They things. The more you do it, the more comfortable you become with it. The easier it gets to do follow-ups, to recommend the resources that's working for you to your partners. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with passing your affiliate links to your partners of the resources you have. Um, and you got to keep good documentation in the activity report or your partner's follow-up records. You have to keep good records. And you have to go through the 4 training modules. The reason so is so you can understand how Club Shop rewards work. If you look now, the TNT, the Tap Group Network Technique, they're having new follow-up emails coming out all the time now. They have one for the activity report access. They have one for the business center access. And you can add little things to them. Like for me, um, I have the Google Translation link. I have the Club Shop fees link. I have um, a paragraph about if you're going to upgrade to pay. If you're going to upgrade and using PayPal, your PayPal email address and your Club Shop rewards email address must work. I mean, must match. And also at the bottom of my PS or PPS, I have all our training links. You have to get people onto our Skype group so we can train them, help train them for you. We all meet there every day. If you have any questions about how Club Shop works and you can't find an answer, come to the Skype group. Talk to some of the people in there because they may have had the same problem that they're going through. We can all get together and work this out.
Thank you.
Yes, you're welcome.
Dale.
I think you guys just pretty much, summed it up in what you both said. As far as that's concerned, I think that's a great idea. What Ricardo said about providing links in your emails for for the training and things like that, because not everybody, like you said, not everybody's going to connect. And I've been in businesses before where I've had team members be active in the program, never once spoke to them. They will not, no matter how much I tried, they will not reach out, but yet they will work in their own little cubby hole and do, if you provide them the information, they will do what's necessary. And, to build whatever, business, however big they want to do it. So don't think that by someone is not communicating with you on your team, don't ever, ever, ever forget about them, because it just may not be the right time. They might be going through something in their life where it prevents them from, being active. They make sure their monthly membership is paid, but they may not show any more activity than that. But at least you providing the information gives the opportunity to get active once they're able. And that may be in a time frame where you may be off doing something else and not reachable at that particular time, but it's right for them. And people are going to get active when the time is right for them, not on your time frame. So I think that's something I'm going to incorporate in my emails now, Ricardo, with my team, is, you know, places where they can go to get you know, resources, get answers, get help to get themselves moving, and not necessarily, you know, have to reach out to anybody, because some people just won't, for whatever reason, they just won't do it. So thanks for sharing that. I appreciate that.
You're welcome. Something else that I do, when your trial partners come in, they have 30 days to kick the tires to see how Club Shop works. When they have a week left, I send them the uh, your trial partner position is going to expire within a week. Now would be a good time to upgrade, you know, because they may not know that their trial position is getting ready to expire. They never leave your team. They're still on your team. They just drop back to being an affiliate, you know, or a shopper. Not everybody wants to be a mall owner, but they're still on your team, and you still need to contact with them. If they have a phone number, they put that phone number there for a reason, for you to contact them. Call them. You'll be surprised. They say, "Oh man, I'm so glad you called me. I was hoping somebody would have called me." And there you go, right there. You're making contact, and it's showing them that it's a person behind the email. It's a person that's trying to connect with me, you know. And when you look at their follow-up record, on the right-hand side is all their contact information. If there's no Skype ID, copy their email address and paste it into the Skype search box and do a search for them with their email address. You can do the same thing on Facebook. Now Google Plus has changed that. I haven't been able to search for people on Google Plus anymore. I don't know what happened. I don't know if I'm doing it wrong or anything. But now, like I was saying, with Facebook, you can do a search for them on Facebook using their email address. You can do a search for them on Skype using their email address if there's no Skype ID. In Skype, if they come back with a lot of names for that one email address, you gotta, or that one Skype ID, if they do have a Skype ID in there, you have to narrow it down by city, state, and country, and try to find them that way, and then send them the follow-up letter and invite them to add you as a contact in Skype. So
Thanks, Ricardo. To
partners
answer your question
that
about
come
Google
into our
Plus, I haven't been able to search either, but quite honestly, with the links that I send in my emails, I add my Google Plus link or address, or basically, in essence, it's the same as my email, but I make sure I put it there so that people know you can contact me and I will talk to you through Google Plus. And actually, I get pretty good response. My list grows pretty good that way. And again, this is not just in my regular emails. This is in my newsletter. You know, it's a constant action. You know, you have to put it in everything. Thankfully, most of my people don't have to see my videos except for the very first time when they join. But that's okay. Who knows? I might make some more. So, oh, well, what can I say? It depends on how funny I can be. Let's see, there was one more thing I wanted to get to. Both of you had great points there. And the last thing that I wanted to cover is it's the little things that you can do. It really is that shows you care. With Club Shop, one of the biggest things that I have found is if you can show your potential member, current member, and potential partner that you can save them some money. And 9 out of 10 times you become their hero, because the program is a perfect program. Okay, it is a perfect business, but getting started can be a little rough for some people when it comes to the monetary end of things. So right now we're at the end of the month. We have rested today and tomorrow, and some of our viewers out there are already into tomorrow. You know, if I have somebody whose deadline is Friday, it's like, okay, guys, wait, rejoin on Friday and upgrade on Monday. Why do we do this? To get an extra 30 days with that initial fee. So I've just saved them, or I've given them 30 more days for the same price. You know, sometimes you just have to swallow hard. Yeah, I really wanted that. I wanted that level up this month. But sometimes swallowing hard will reap its rewards in the next month. That's also part about being a leadership. The little things such as if their trial partnership is going to expire on a Saturday or Sunday, be sure you send an email Wednesday or Thursday stating that unless you are paying by credit card, that membership needs to be paid by Friday, because Club Shop Rewards does not collect PayPal or Western Union on Saturdays and Sundays. They will have expired by Monday, and they will have to start all over. You know, so it's little things like that, because even that, it might not save them money, but it saves them time and aggravation. So sending those little notes, paying attention, knowing exactly what day of the week that a trial partner membership lands on, all the little things that you can do as a leader that shows your potential partners that you care. I do all kinds of little things throughout the week. It's really kind of hard to put, and everybody's different. Everybody's going to do different things that jives with their personality, and that's what's important. Always be sure to be you. Let the world see the real you. And once you become the real you, doing all the little things and training and teaching and getting people to listen, that just all kind of starts falling into place. I don't know what else to say besides that. Keep it real, keep it honest, and you'll become a leader. Ricardo?
That is true. Also, when you're a leader, the team leader, you have to have every partner on your team get 2 more partners under them. So you have to really hit the books and learn this business. Everybody has to shop. Club Shop Rewards is a discount home shopping club business. Everybody on this planet has to shop. You got to eat, and you need things. You need supplies. Why not get paid for doing it and save money at the same time? You know, if you can save family members money on items they buy every day, that's a good deal. That's very important. Our economy is recovering. So people are trying to pitch pennies and save money where they can. And that's a good email letter. You know, that's a good idea to go after. You know, when you send your ads out, you know, that way. That's all I have right now.
Dale?
It's a great point, though. He's definitely made a great point. People always like to save money, and you know, if they can, you know, save money and make money at the same time, you know, it's kind of the best of both worlds. But one thing that I just wanted to share here for myself too, that I just thought of, and thinking about my own journey as I'm developing my leadership skills for myself, because where a good leader is always growing and learning and honing their leadership skills and creating new ones, and you know, understanding what works, what doesn't. And I think one of the biggest things when you become a leader is that you need to have that mindset shift. And a lot of what helped me make that, and when I say a mindset shift, I'm talking about um, from a standpoint of sitting back and waiting to see what happens, or from a standpoint of stepping up and making something happen. And I think a lot of that comes from what you do for yourself. I forget who said it, but there was somebody who said, your value in the marketplace is equal to the money you spend on your self-education. Not on your formal education, but on your self-education, developing your mindset, developing your skill sets. And I think that's so important, and I think that's where a lot of people have trouble in building a big business, is because they haven't been able to make that mind shift from being an employee where they're sitting back and waiting for something to happen, to actually going out and making something happen, making that decision that this is a business, and if I don't work it, and if I don't show up every day, hey, guess what? I get no paycheck at the end of the week. It's not when you work for somebody, you go in, you do whatever the minimum is, or more, depending on what your mindset is, and you collect a paycheck at the end of the week, or every 2 weeks, or at the end of the month, depending on how you get paid. But with this, it's totally different. If you don't show up, you don't get paid.
That's true. That's true.
True. Very true.
If I could leave something with you guys and with the internet community, it's that if you want to become a good leader, the first thing you need to do is start with who's looking back in the mirror. And so many people won't do this. They'd rather blame the company, or blame their downline or their upline or their sideline or whoever it might be, instead of looking in the mirror and saying, hey, I've been in 6 businesses, they all failed. What's the common denominator? It's not your upline. It's not the company. It's not your downline. Guess what, guys? It's you. And until you decide to take that step and look in the mirror and find out what it is you need in order to succeed, you're never, ever, ever going to succeed. You're never, ever going to build a big business. And you're never, ever, ever going to help other people build a big business, because you don't know how to do it yourself. So that's kind of what I wanted to leave with tonight, is just kind of that thought.
Thank you, Dan. It's a perfect thought.
I wanted to say something else, if you don't mind, Rebecca.
Yeah. Actually, I have been using that. You kind of hold my team hostage with that sometimes. It's like they talk about quitting, and I respond with, but what did you do to help build your business? Well, if you check out the new emails that are coming out with the Taproot too, read that trial partner expired email, and that's exactly what it says. It says, I see you just went through the 30-day trial partnership, but I don't see that you really did anything to really learn or find out. And, why not give it another try? Take it back on them. And that's all very good points. And it's our job as leaders to point it out gently. I don't believe calling people on the carpet is exactly what some people might need that, actually. But most people respond to just being you and having a conversation. And we have a comment. That's Ricardo. Aha. And we have one viewer, so I am not sure who our lucky viewer is. They haven't said hello or anything.
You know,
And we are, I'm sorry, what?
I wanted to add something. You know,
Okay,
I've been
sure.
doing this since 2004, and I came from affiliate marketing, and I did network marketing before. And with affiliate marketing, you can jump from program to program. In network marketing, you can't do that. If you try to do that, you're going to run yourself crazy. Network marketing is too demanding for you to be jumping from program to program. In network marketing, you need to stick with that one business until you get it working, until it works without you being there.
Well,
If it runs without you being there, it's running smoothly. So if you're jumping from program to program, you need to stop that because it's not going to work unless you are proficient at marketing online. Unless you have your system set up where you can run 2 or 3 network businesses, an affiliate marketing business or e-commerce business, all at one time, or you have a staff, a big staff that can help you do this. If you just one person trying to do this, jumping from program to program, that's why it's not working. You need to stick with this one business and work it until you're successful at it. And it'll be more easier for you. You know, you need to start seeing some success in your business. And jumping from program to program is not it. That's about what all I have to say.
thank you, Ricardo, and I do agree with you. That's one of the most fascinating things that I love about Club Shop is that, yeah, to a certain degree, it's affiliate marketing, it's network marketing, and it's social marketing. It's all of the marketing concepts out there rolled into one. Some people may not realize it, but if you use it and you approach it with that philosophy, you will be successful in Club Shop. But you have to utilize all of the marketings, not just one. Our time's just about to run out here, so any last thoughts, guys? Dale?
No.
All right.
Well, you
Ricardo,
know,
any
I
last thoughts?
always have something to say. I always have something to say. You know, uh, we only have one person. Well, I don't know how many people we have uh, on this hangout right now, but even on the replay, you know, you need to engage with us, with your team. Your team is looking at you for guidance, and you have to be the leader and teach them how to make this successful. So you have to be successful at it in order to teach them how to be successful at it. Or remember, it's a team. You are a team. Those are your business partners under you. So teach them everything you know. Those are your business partners. Just like in a firm, you have your CEO and you have your leaders and your partners and stuff like that. You all are a team. You work together to make it work. That everybody is successful. You know, I have some people on my team. I don't have to do anything because they do. I mean, they know how to transfer trial partners. They know how to advertise. They know how to do follow up, and other people don't. You know, those people you have to pay more attention to. The ones that got it, you just got to check on them every now and then. You know, but the other ones, they're new. They want to learn. That's why they came to this business. That's why they're on your team. They want you to teach them how to make this work. And it's your job to teach them. And if you have to stay up nights, you know, long nights studying, you know, studying, doing those 4 training modules, besides the 4 training modules, that's the difference between basic and plus. In order to open up 5, 6, and 7, you got to be a plus. You know, either a basic plus, a pro plus, premium plus, um, and then under that you have your marketing material where you get all your banners and you learn how to do local marketing and and you have your recommended merchant sections and stuff like that. All that is in there. So there's a lot of different ways to earn a commission from Club Shop. You just have to choose which one is best for you. You know, you just might want to recommend merchants. You might not want to uh, do the shopping thing. You just might want to recommend merchants. Well, you got to go through the training, because just because you want to recommend the merchants, when you recommend people, they may want to do what we're doing. You know, recommend people to be partners and things like that. So you have to know your business. Go through the training modules. Take the time, go through the training modules, and when you come across a section that has more, you click that link and you'll find emails to send out to people. Copy that email down into a Microsoft Word document so you have it later. So you don't have to go back to the training modules every time you need a letter. But now Club Shop Rewards is providing those letters. Once you click that envelope, copy that, copy it. Copy that email down into a WordPress Microsoft Office document, for later, and save it into a Club Shop Rewards folder on your computer, so they're all in one place, and all your creatives are in one place, so you don't have to go searching all over the world trying to find these things. They're on your computer, they're in one file, and everything is organized. Not being organized is a mess, because you're scrambling trying to find things, and it's everywhere, and sometimes you can't find it.
That's very true.
So being organized is a good thing. But some people can operate when their stuff is all scattered and everything. I can't, but some people can. Some people can. What's ever comfortable for you. But you want to make it easy for you. You want to make this smooth for you. It may not be smooth for the partners under you. That's why you're teaching them what works for you, what has been working for me. That's what I'm trying to teach you.
Very true. Thank you,
No
Ricardo.
matter, no matter how much you talk to them, they just seem like they don't get it. The follow-up part. And just got to keep working with them until they do, until they become confident in doing the follow-ups and talking to people. You may have to get on the phone with them, and walk through a couple of phone calls, follow-up phone calls and stuff with them until they become comfortable with it. That's about it, Rebecca.
I want to take
5 minutes left. I can keep on
yeah,
going.
yeah, we're going to run this down to the wire. I do want to take a moment. I want to thank Dale. I want to thank Ricardo. Both of you are excellent people to have on the panel. Next time, I'm going to send you your own red nose. What can I say, guys? We got to have some fun up here. Ricardo did bring up a very good point, and that is a great place to start your leadership. It's right here with this hangout, whether you're actually here to view it, which we do have had one viewer for most of it, or whether you catch this on Google Plus or catch it on YouTube. Start by being a leader today. Leave us a comment. Let us know how we did. Act like a leader. Become a leader. Good night, guys.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.